NASCAR just crowned its most dangerous driver of the year, and nobody saw it coming. What you're about to hear isn't just a race recap. There are two stories buried inside this Pocono weekend. One that started before the green flag even dropped, and one that ended with a result so shocking. A championship contender lost everything with 1 lap to go. 1 lap. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why the entire NASCAR world is panicking right now. Stay with me because the second story is going to hit different. Before we get into all of it, if you want daily NASCAR breakdowns, honest takes, and zero fluff, hit subscribe right now. We're a brand new channel pushing toward 15,000 subscribers, and every single person who joins early is part of building something real here. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, and let's get into it. The weekend nobody expected. Pocono Raceway, the tricky triangle. A track that has a way of exposing every weakness a team has: strategy, pit road execution, communication, speed. And this weekend, it didn't just expose weaknesses. It completely flipped the NASCAR conversation on its head. Because heading into the Great American Getaway 400, the story was supposed to be about championship contenders building momentum. It was supposed to be about clean racing, clean pit stops, and clean finishes as the playoff picture starts coming into focus. This was race 16 of the 2026 Cup Series season. Every single point matters right now. Every finish has weight. Drivers know it. Teams know it. The pressure is real and it's building every single week. But Pocono had other plans. What happened this weekend unfolded in two completely separate stories. And what makes this so fascinating is that both of them are connected by one single theme: momentum. Who has it? Who's chasing it? And who just had it ripped away from them in the cruelest way possible. We're going to start with the first story. And look, even if you already heard the headlines, I promise you there's more to this situation than what the surface-level reports are giving you. Kyle Larson's nightmare Saturday. Before a single lap was run in the Great American Getaway 400, Kyle Larson was already making news, and not the kind Hendrick Motorsports wanted. On Saturday, the number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet failed NASCAR inspection. Not once, twice, 2 failures. And in NASCAR, that's not a warning. That's a punishment. According to Kelly Crandall from Racer, the penalties came down immediately. The number 5 team lost its pit stall selection for the entire weekend. And car chief Jesse Saunders, one of the key people responsible for how that car is set up and managed on race day, was ejected from the track. Let that sink in for a second. One of your most important crew members is gone before the race even starts. You've lost your pit stall choice. Your weekend preparation is now in chaos. And it wasn't just Larson's team either. Daniel Dye's number 78 also failed inspection twice and received the same penalties. So Hendrick Motorsports was now dealing with 2 teams hit before race day, 2 crews scrambling to adjust, 2 sets of headaches on an already difficult track. Now, when fans hear inspection failure, the immediate reaction is suspicion. People start asking questions. Was the team trying to cheat? Were they pushing the limits too far? Is there something bigger going on here? And look, I understand that reaction. It's natural. But here's where this story takes a turn that nobody expected. Despite every single one of those penalties, despite the chaos, despite losing Jesse Saunders, despite the disruption to race day preparation and communication, Kyle Larson's number 5 Chevrolet looked absolutely, undeniably fast. During Saturday practice, Larson topped the speed charts. His fastest lap came in at 170.707 miles per hour around the Pocono Triangle. That would be impressive enough on its own. But here's the number that really tells the story. Larson also led the entire field in 10-lap average speed. Now, for anyone who doesn't track these numbers closely, let me explain why that second stat matters more than the first one. Single lap speed tells you what a car can do when everything lines up perfectly for one quick run. 10-lap average speed tells you how the car behaves over a longer run. It tells you about tire management, about mechanical balance, about how the setup holds up when the rubber starts going away and the track changes. A car that leads in 10-lap average is a car that can win a race, not just qualify well. And then came qualifying. After all the drama, after all the penalties and the ejections and the inspection failures, Larson went out and posted the second fastest lap of the entire field. Second, he earned a front row starting position. In the middle of all that chaos, the number 5 car was still one of the 2 fastest machines at Pocono. So what does that tell us? It tells us that whatever the inspection issues were, they didn't kill the car's speed. The performance was real, the pace was genuine, and Hendrick Motorsports, even under pressure, still had a race-winning machine ready to go. But here's the thing that kept the anxiety alive going into Sunday, and pay close attention to this because it matters for everything that happened in the race. Losing pit stall selection is a bigger deal than most casual fans realize. At a track like Pocono, pit strategy is everything. Where your stall is located on pit road affects how long your stops take. It affects traffic. It affects whether you can get out clean or whether you're stuck behind someone who just pitted. When you lose the ability to choose your stall, you're giving something away to every team that had their strategy mapped out days in advance. You're operating at a disadvantage before the car even rolls off the grid. Then Mother Nature decided to add one more layer of uncertainty to an already complicated weekend. NASCAR officials, concerned about potential weather moving into the Pocono Mountains, moved the race start time from 3 o'clock Eastern to 1 o'clock Eastern, 2 hours earlier than planned. That might not sound like a huge deal, but it changes everything about how teams manage the race. Tire wear changes, track temperature changes, strategy windows shift, and drivers who had their mental preparation set for a mid-afternoon start now have to reset everything. So heading into the Great American Getaway 400, Kyle Larson had incredible speed. He had a front row starting position, and he also had a car chief missing, a compromised pit stall, a disrupted crew, an early race start, and the weight of every penalty falling on the shoulders of the team with every lap. This was either going to be a story about resilience or a story about everything falling apart under pressure. And you know what? I want you to hold on to that question because we're going to come back to Larson's final result. But first, we need to talk about the other story from Pocono. Because while everyone was watching the number 5, someone else was quietly building towards something historic. Denny Hamlin and the question nobody can answer. Let's just say it directly. Who is going to stop Denny Hamlin? Because at this point, that is the only question that matters in the NASCAR Cup Series. Hamlin captured his 3rd consecutive victory by winning the Great American Getaway 400 at Pocono Raceway. 3 straight wins, at different tracks, against the deepest field in NASCAR right now. This wasn't a lucky win. This wasn't a strategy gamble that barely held on. This was a dominant, controlled, championship-level performance from a veteran driver who looks like he has found something that the rest of the field simply doesn't have right now. The number 11 Joe Gibbs racing Toyota was fast all weekend. But the race really crystallized after the final restart. When Hamlin got to the front, it was over. He drove away. He managed his tires. He managed the gap. He managed the strategy. And when it came time for the final green flag pit sequence, the number 11 team stretched their fuel window longer than several of the drivers around them and still came out clean. That last part is important, because fuel mileage is one of the trickiest variables in NASCAR strategy. Teams are always playing a game between going long enough to gain track position and going so long that you risk running out. Some teams make that gamble and it works. Some teams make it and it doesn't. But Hamlin's team didn't make a gamble. They made a calculation, and the calculation was right. When you watch championship-caliber teams operating at their absolute best, that's what it looks like. It's not exciting in a chaotic way. It's impressive in a quiet, dominant, clinical way. And right now, the number 11 team is doing it better than anyone else in the garage. 3 consecutive wins changes everything in NASCAR. It changes how competitors game plan. It changes how engineers approach the setups. It changes the psychology of the garage. Because when a driver starts stacking wins like this, confidence becomes just as powerful as horsepower. Hamlin walks into the hauler next week knowing he's won 3 straight. His crew walks in knowing it. And every driver that has to line up against him knows it too. The heartbreak nobody saw coming. Now here's where this weekend gets truly painful. And if you're a Christopher Bell fan, I'm sorry in advance. Late in the race, Bell was in a position to do something special. He had stretched his fuel window to try to go the final 52 laps on one tank. That's an aggressive call. That's a call you make when you believe your car can manage fuel well enough to hold on and potentially grab a big result or even a shot at the win. For almost all of those 52 laps, it looked like it was going to work. And then, coming to the white flag, the second to last lap of the entire race, Christopher Bell ran out of fuel. One lap away. Just one lap. Instead of fighting for a top 5 or a potential podium, Bell fell completely off the pace. He rolled to a finish in 26th place and became the next to last car on the lead lap. From a potential top 5 to 26th. In one lap. And look, I don't want to pile on Bell here because this is a strategic risk that teams take and sometimes it doesn't work out. These decisions are made with the best available data. The fuel mileage calculations aren't always perfect. Track position is valuable. Stretching a fuel window can absolutely pay off. This was a calculated risk that missed by the smallest possible margin. But here's the cold reality. In a playoff race, in a season where every point matters, a 26th place finish when you were positioned for a top 5 result is devastating. Bell is fighting for playoff positioning right now. Every driver in that garage knows where the cutoff line is and how close they are to it. A result like this has ripple effects that go beyond just Pocono. It affects points. It affects confidence. It affects the pressure that the team carries into the next race. The Legacy Motor Club story. Now here's a storyline that deserves way more attention than it's getting. Legacy Motor Club had arguably one of their best weekends in a very long time. John Hunter Nemechek was genuinely impressive at Pocono. He led a season-high 42 laps in that race. 42 laps. That's not a timing strategy thing. That's not the result of cautions falling a certain way. Leading 42 laps means your car is fast. It means your driver is executing. It means your team is calling the right plays. And Nemechek brought that effort home in 4th place. A fantastic result. Meanwhile, Erik Jones put together a solid day as well, finishing 6th. Jones is currently in the fight to move closer to that playoff cutoff line, and every top 10 helps. A 6th place at Pocono is exactly the kind of weekend that can shift the momentum inside an organization. For Legacy Motor Club, this wasn't just a good day on paper. It was the kind of weekend that changes how a team sees itself. It builds belief. It builds chemistry. And when you're an organization that has been fighting for relevance against the bigger powerhouse teams, a performance like this sends a message to everyone in the garage. The final results and what they mean. Let's go through the full top 10 so you have the complete picture. Denny Hamlin took the win. Tyler Reddick came home 2nd. William Byron finished 3rd. John Hunter Nemechek 4th. Kyle Larson in 5th. Erik Jones 6th. Chris Buescher 7th. Ross Chastain 8th. Ty Gibbs 9th. Ryan Blaney rounded out the top 10. Just outside the top 10, Chase Elliott came home 11th. Chase Briscoe 12th. Daniel Suarez 13th. Austin Cindric 14th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 15th. Further back, Riley Herbst 16th. Michael McDowell 17th. Austin Hill 18th. Todd Gilliland 19th. Carson Hocevar 20th. Bubba Wallace finished 21st. AJ Allmendinger 22nd. Connor Daly 23rd. Cole Custer 24th. Austin Dillon 25th. Christopher Bell in 26th after that devastating fuel run out. Alex Bowman 27th. Ryan Preece 28th. Daniel Dye 29th. Cody Ware 30th. Shane Van Gisbergen 31st. Ty Dillon 32nd. Josh Berry 33rd. Joey Logano 34th. Casey Mears 35th. Noah Gragson 36th. Zane Smith 37th. And Brad Keselowski 38th. Now here's what those results actually mean when you look at the bigger picture. Denny Hamlin's 3-race win streak is the biggest story in NASCAR right now. Full stop. No asterisks. No qualifiers. A 3-race win streak in the modern Cup Series against this level of competition is genuinely rare. The combination of speed, strategy, experience, and team execution that it takes to put 3 wins together consecutively is something most drivers never achieve even once in their careers, let alone in a run. And Hamlin is doing it right now. In 2026, when the field is this competitive, with so many elite organizations pushing every week. Kyle Larson finishing 5th after everything that happened this weekend is its own kind of statement. The penalties, the inspection failures, the ejected crew member, the compromised pit stall, the disrupted preparation. And he still came home 5th against the best drivers in the world at one of the trickiest tracks on the schedule. That tells you everything you need to know about the quality of the number 5 program. But the result that's going to linger is Christopher Bell's 26th place. Because that one hurt. And depending on how the rest of the season plays out, that one lap, that single lap where the fuel ran out, might end up being one of the defining moments of his 2026 season. The playoff picture is tightening. The pressure is building. And right now, there is one driver who looks absolutely unfazed by any of it. The real question, I want to come back to the question I asked at the top, because I think it's the most important question in NASCAR right now. Who is going to stop Denny Hamlin? Look at what he's done. 3 wins in a row. Clean victories. Dominant victories. Victories where his team didn't make mistakes, didn't need luck, didn't need a competitor to stumble. They just went out and executed at the highest level 3 weeks running. When a driver starts believing like this, truly believing, it changes how they drive. It changes how they manage risk. It changes how they handle restarts and traffic and pressure situations. Confidence is a real variable in racing. And right now Hamlin has more of it than anyone else in the garage. The teams that finish between 10th and 16th in the standings heading into the playoffs have reason to be scared. Because the window for beating Hamlin is closing fast. And by the time October comes around, if he keeps this up, it might not be a window at all. The next race is going to be fascinating to watch. Does the field make adjustments to counter the number 11? Does Joe Gibbs Racing continue to find speed that nobody else has? Does Hamlin start to feel the weight of expectations? Or does he just keep winning? These are the questions that are going to define the 2026 season. And we're going to be here every single week breaking them down for you. Before you go, if you want to be part of a NASCAR community that actually digs into these stories, that goes deeper than just the results and talks about what really happened and why it matters, hit subscribe right now. We're building NASCAR Nation Report from the ground up, and we're closing in on 15,000 subscribers. Every person who joins this channel now is here from the beginning, and that means something. Like the video if you got value out of it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And the question I'll leave you with is this: what impressed you more at Pocono? Larson overcoming every penalty to still crack the top 5? Or Hamlin making 3 straight wins look like the easiest thing in the world? Let me know below, and I'll see you in the next one.